today.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fear Not Farms. Shayla's reading the fine print on some medication that we're about to give the heifer. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of people would say, you should just take her to the vet. And to be honest, other than the vet being able to sell me medication, they're kind of almost useless in some ways. And I'm not trying to say that in a mean way, but if you ain't got like 300 head of cattle, you're back burner on everything. So
why do they put
that really sucks.
Dye in this?
But anyways, I just posted a short that I meant to post a few hours ago, talking about how we're going to try to find an antihistamine for the heifer, so that or an anti-inflammatory that's safe for her because she might be bred. Normally you'd give like Dex, which is a steroid, but can cause her to lose her calf. The next thing that would normally be used would be Banamine, which typically, I didn't know this, I'm going to get to it, but hello everybody. Which I didn't know this, but Banamine typically is for cattle intravenous, which is much more difficult for somebody of our skill level to doctor our own heifer with. But I called the vet and was going over it with them, and then they recommended all the same stuff that the actual vet there already told me I couldn't give her. So I had to explain all that, and then they said, well, we've got a pour on Banamine, and I'm like, thank you for finally getting to this. Like, I haven't asked
They're pretty
this.
nice because I have to go up there all the time. And I told them that if you're a butthead, let me know.
But anyway, so after, trying to get rushed off the phone 100 times instead of like going through the options with me, I finally get them into an option that might work for us. So we've got pour on Banamine. She's in her winter coat. I really think we need to clip her skin back. What's the direction say for application as far as like
Pour it down their back.
like down the whole length of their back?
Yep.
Well, maybe we can work it up under the fur, and then we can just reapply it tomorrow or tonight, maybe even.
So it's one dose.
How long is it supposed
Only
to last?
once a dose.
So let's get her. That stuff's, I don't want to waste it, so let's get her in the chute. I should have brought a camera mount or something down here. Let's see. Can you see? Surely they can see. Shoot. I got you pinned up behind a fence post. Hopefully you can see. All right. Get her to. See if you can get her to go in there without. No, she can't. If she gets behind there, we'll just. It's open. She can't get all the way through there. Either way. I don't care if she gets behind the gate. And if you can't hear that, the bull is pissed off at us, like always.
Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. We didn't expect her to die from last time.
It's like she knows now that the chute means she's going to feel better. Should we give her some B vitamins while we already have her in here? Well, I don't want to chase her down again tonight. Oh, she has got either pneumonia or she's got lungworms. We've treated her with LA 300. This guy right here. But anyways, we've treated her with LA 300, some Bozy, which is selenium, vitamin E, and let's get a video of Shayla applying this. And we've treated her with Bozy, selenium, vitamin E, thiamine, and B complex. She's got heavy labored breathing, And oh yeah, we gave her ivermectin too. I believe that there's a good chance that, and fenbendazole yesterday, the second day we did anti-parasitic, we did fenbendazole. We believe there's a good chance it's not pneumonia, but it's lungworm, which when those parasites die off, it can look like pneumonia or cause pneumonia. So we believe she's just shedding those parasites. And right now we're giving her basically pour on Banamine, which is basically like it's like a super powerful ibuprofen or something like that that just help with the inflammation of her lungs. And it's either the pour on, or we've got to give the other type of it intravenous, which I don't think she's at risk of, immediate risk in need of an IV, but I could be wrong. Oh, we're doing pretty good for the most part. The sad thing is, look at the pig chasing him off. He does
Burris, get Tater.
He's already doing it. He doesn't want any of these animals over here for some reason. I don't know if it's just because he's that cocky and he thinks he's bigger than all of them, or if he just doesn't want them around us. Oh, now Augie's got runny crap and HB. Oh yeah, we did feed them tons of cubes. While we were trying to catch the heifer, we gave them, I don't know, probably twice the amount of cubes they should have, and high protein will do that. But if I watch one of them poop, Shayla's got a microscope and we try to monitor fecals on them when we can. Look at that pig getting them. Get out of here. I don't know if he's trying to protect us or if I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he does not want any of these big old cows around us. We do have a livestock guardian dog in heat, so I don't know if he thinks he's competing for that livestock guardian dog. That is hilarious. Yeah, we've done give her ivermectin, but the problem with ivermectin is it kills the parasites, and the parasites, if it's lungworm, they can fall off into the airways, and then she's got these decaying creatures inside of her lungs that she's got to pass out of her airways, and it can cause infection, and it can cause like a pneumonia like symptom even if they don't get infected. But yeah, we don't really worm absolutely everything, and so we did do we recently purchased her, and she looked exceptionally well as compared to one of the animals that we bought that came from the same farm. And we did a fecal and had the vet do a fecal on the one that we bought, and they did not find much in her. They found some eggs, but like nothing that you would just be worried about worming for. All of them are going to have eggs. So we don't typically just worm everything. We like to check and make sure things are fine when they have loose manure or look like they're not filling out as well as other ones. But problem with worming everything all the time is they don't build any immunity, and then also you're killing all the microbes in your soil. So we don't like to fight that soil problem any more than we have to.
Parasitic resistance.
Yeah, and if you worm them all the time, constantly, then you've got to always be switching your wormers, or after a year or two of worming multiple times, you're going to have a resistance to it.
All right, go get Tater. Get it, Burry. Good boy.
That bull, I can't believe the bull's more afraid of that pig than me. I mean, the pig is pretty ugly, but
I got some jokes for that one. Get it, Burry. Get him.
this is hilarious.
Get it, Burris.
He's got him on the run.
Burris, go get him. Good boy.
What you thinking, boy?
Get him.
Huh?
These all three of our steers are here. No, that's Blackjack.
That's Blackjack.
Get him, Burris.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah, he's our healer.
Good boy.
If only Burris would have been around when that bull almost killed me.
Yeah.
He loves me. Look at him. All frothy mouth. Ooh, yeah.
Good boy.
Oh, shut up. You're a wimp. You're getting chased off by a 200-pound pig. Yeah. So, if some of you guys that are in here may not know it, but that bull right there tried to kill me and the wife for about, had me down for about 3 minutes based off of our call log when we went back and looked at it. Felt like 10 minutes. And then ended up getting her when she was trying to get him distracted. So he is going to the processor in what, like 10 days or so, roughly.
This happened 3 weeks ago and we're still sore.
And yeah, I'm still in pain over the whole deal. My back still hurts and my ribs are still tender. And he's kind of a terrorist, you know. We can't hardly go into the pasture to do anything. Like that steer needs to be on feed really badly right now because he's got the frame. Now he needs the fat. That one as well. That's another steer. And that one walking away over there. They all need to be on feed right now, but I just haven't wanted to get out here and run the hot wire. And then I got to get the whole herd over here, and I've got to try to separate those out of the herd with him trying to protect the herd. So it's just kind of a pain. We've got all the materials to build a corral, which I'm fixing to change fuel filters on the tractor and try to get the oil serviced on it so I can start unloading the trailer. But I mean, that's still going to take, even if what are you doing, girl? Even if I spend, you know, like a full week building those corrals, they still may not be done. And I'm still like drawing a blank on exactly how I want to construct the corral. I want a tub. I want to implement a tub so that we can, like when we've got to get in here and doctor animals, you get them into a bigger catch area, and then you have like a circular tub, and you use a gate that automatically, like every so often, stops so they can't push back on it, and then you push them into a choke point that forces them into an alley so they have no choice but to get in your chute. Well, with her, not only is she just gentle, but she's down, like just sick enough that she doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want to exert a lot of energy. So in that case, because she's gentle and the combination of that, we don't need anything like that. But let's say that bull that wants to kill me, that's worth a few $1,000s or more, let's say I have to load him like I have to in 10 days. I would rather load him through that system so I don't have to directly be in contact with him. So that's going to be specifically high risk. When we go to load that bull to take him to the processor, we're going to be on pins and needles because we've got to get him up in a system like this.
We're gonna have to
and then
video that one.
And then we're going to have to sort out all the cows, then he's going to be possibly the only one in there, and knowing something's up, it's going to be very risky. I might just go buy, there's some portable corrals the vet rents, and I may just go rent those. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it's better than getting hurt.
This already set up.
Yeah, there's no way to force him into anything. Which what sucks about this is, like, when we brought him to this farm, we've had him since he was a calf. Oops. Hang on. So we've had him since he was a calf, and when we brought him to this farm, we loaded, wasn't it him and all 3 steers with just like, we just opened the gate and walked up right behind them, pushed them in because they were all dog gentle, and then all of a sudden, a few months later, he's like this.
I'll just put him in here, and then I'll just drive the side-by-side at him, and he'll go right into the... He's terrified of that thing because I'm chasing him on it.
So, the only thing we can think of that turned him was the fact that we did sell 2 bull calves out of his herd, and then we had a cow that went down for similar problems as her. I don't know what, over a month ago. It was before we even got her. Yeah, it was before we even got her. And now looking back, we think she may have had lungworm too, possibly, because she was labored breathing the day before, and we just didn't catch it quite as fast as her, so she didn't have much of a chance. And she was in bad condition. And
she was more standoffish too, and I didn't think nothing of it.
But she's always been antisocial.
Yeah.
Like, even when she's been at her best health.
But looking back, I think she was more standoffish the last few days.
Like, it wasn't normal to see the herd without her in it for the years that we had her.
She was always
so it was harder to catch it. Like this one, the first time I didn't see her with the herd, we freaked out and went and found her.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily stay with the herd, but she has her 2 buddies that we bought her with.
So she's been here less than a month or so, about a month or less, give or take, and because she's known those other 2. I seen her up by the protein earlier.
Yeah, so Ginger and Bella Bess.
I thought I did.
Them 2.
Now we might have to go find another one. But she's familiar with the other 2 that we bought her with, and she would always be with one of them at the least.
Yeah. And they may or may not be with the herd as a group, but
they're still not fully blended in yet. So those 3 kind of did their own thing every now.
She was off in the woods by herself, so we knew something.
Oh yeah, I know I need a working pen, but we bought this farm less than a year ago, and we've got the materials up there on a 30-foot gooseneck.
We had to wait on our house to sell, which was only a month and a half ago, so between everything we got going on in the winter weather, we're just now about to get to it, so. And everything's a domino
we
effect.
had a corral at our old place, and all of our animals have been dog gentle to this point. We've never had a animal that just turned on us like that. So, and part of the problem I think with him is we don't have a standardized breeding cycle, and so we've got 3 fresher calves on the ground. We've got one that's due here soon within the next 10 to 15 days for sure. Then we've got another one that I believe is bred back. We don't have her checked, but she should be calving in a few weeks, maybe a month and a half. And then we've got some that are open. The ones that have calved in the last couple of months, they're probably coming back into heat.
Ginger.
At random. One of our new cows was open, and he was with her recently.
I see the black cow. I see a black cow, and I think Annie's up there. Ginger's probably up there then.
But so we've got all these random cows coming into cycle, and I think his testosterone is just constantly up and down, peaking and stuff, so he's just unstable or something.
He would get a little ornery before at the lease that we had. He would be a little ornery when they were in heat, but nothing remotely similar to
he would never dare touch us up until now.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I've got an animal rescue to my north that has 4 cows, 5 cows that are constantly cycling because she doesn't believe in breeding the cows. Like if I could just turn my bull in there, I'll give you like $500 a calf, you know, and I'll supply the bull, you know what I mean? But she doesn't believe in breeding her cows that she's got over there, so they're constantly cycling. So he's got to sit here and be frustrated with them being over there. And by the way, I need to probably put up a better fence because she's got cows over there. She doesn't want my bull over there. So there's all that. But
yeah.
So what kind of bull is he? He is half Gelfie. The sire was Gelfie, and the sire's probably 6 years old now of him, and he's never been aggressive with the owner of the sire. The cow, I think, had some Limousine background and Angus, but I'm not 100% certain of the cow. But the bull was off of a big ranch that I think it's the bull was high percentage Gelfie, low percentage Angus. So for sure Angus. You know, the cow was a black cow, but that doesn't mean a lot, you know. Sire's name, our bull's name is Tater, but it's fixing to be Hamburgers real soon. He's already sold for processing. I sold him pretty much dirt cheap for processing. He'll make some good quality burger. He's not even 3 years old yet. So
It's not even 2. He'll be 2. No, he's not.
He's 2.5. He's 2.5. But he'll make some good burgers. It'll be lean, but it'll be good burger. But I sold him dirt cheap because my thought was, if I take him to a big auction, this will be loud on the camera. My thoughts were, if I take him to a big auction and I take him there and I say slaughter only, I figure the packers are going to get a slightly better deal than, you know, possibly, you know, having the added bidders of, you know, somebody maybe wanting a herd bull. But the problem with that was, I don't want anybody to buy him for a herd bull because I don't want him breeding anything else.
You're right.
And I don't want him to hurt somebody. And I don't want to be responsible for not telling somebody he's dangerous. So, you know, let's say an older couple, or he could have easily killed me, but I'm fairly physically fit still. I work very active jobs, you know, constantly. Had it been somebody less fit than me, older than me, younger than me, I think, or my wife would have been the main person attacked. If she would have been the one that got attacked like I did, she physically could not have she physically could not have held him off for 3 minutes like I did. And I got messed up pretty bad. So I just couldn't let him go to an auction and risk somebody buying him to, put him on their farm. We're located in Oklahoma. So basically I sold him, I may lose a little money compared to taking him to an auction. I think he's going to be about 1,300 pounds, being he's a young bull. I wouldn't call him fat, but he's properly fleshed out. You know, he might have brought 225 a pound, 230 a pound. And I wouldn't have had to drive him as far a processor as I'm going to have to. I'm also paying the processor fees. You know, I made this a very enticing chance for somebody to buy some beef because I wanted him gone quickly. I just called the butcher the next day, set him up for 1 month out, and said, let's find somebody to buy him. Let's make him cheap. And we even gave them a deal because they took the whole bull. So we gave them another 25 cents off?
Yeah, because we were going to sell it in eighths just to get him going.
So
they didn't have to upfront so much money so fast and such short notice.
Yeah, we were going to sell him in eighths, and we were like, because a lot of people can't afford to buy a whole animal. And it was just, it was worth getting him scheduled out. I suppose what we could do is we could try and we can try and find some more panels, and we can, when we get the bull
We're
in
just
here.
gonna get a hot shot and we're gonna zip his butt up in a trailer.
Well, if I can get him in the
With
chute,
a couple 40s on our sides, just in case things go crazy.
if I can get him in the chute, then I can back right up to the chute and open it in the side in the single door.
Yeah, good luck on that crap. I'll just back the trailer right here.
But
Ain't gonna be that hard.
but if I try to force him into the chute, then he might just bust out,
I'm more
jump over
worried
the
about
fence
getting
or something.
him in here and separated than getting him in the trailer. That part's, I don't think that's gonna be hard at all. He's been in trailers. He's never given
See,
us a problem.
right now he's hounding Jemima. She bred back so fast the last time.
Mm-hmm.
How long's her calf been on the ground? She was about a month. She calved in November, and she bred back within a month and a half. So that would put her December 25th, January. Oh, she bred back even.
Hang on.
Hang
She had her in November. When was
I'm getting
he
my
born?
math wrong.
December?
Yeah.
No.
So she bred back within 3 months. Sorry.
Who had the calf first, Molly or her?
She calved almost the same exact time.
No, they were like 3 weeks apart. Who calved first?
Anyways,
Molly or-
so it was roughly. I'm just gonna roughly estimate she bred back
It was 2 months because
within 2 to 3 months.
she calved in end of November and she had it either end of December or early January. So either way, she bred back within 2 months.
Oh, it was well before January. But anyway, she bred back quickly, 2 to 3 months.
Molly was second then, yeah.
About 3 months, I think, she bred back. And here she is again. She's about 3 months out, and the bull is on her right now. So, I mean, not on her. He's hot behind her, chasing her. I mean, he is imminent to be
Sound like
taking
a
care
news
of that.
reporter. The tornado is on us right now.
Yeah,
David
well,
Payne over here.
yeah, I would say normally they breed back at 8 weeks and all that, but we don't really feed our cows a lot. They're ruminants. We have them eat hay. I could cake them and feed them and go buy commodity feed for, I don't know what it is now, $380 a ton, and I could be putting, extra nutrition into them, but. Yeah, I get it. You're going to get a calf quicker if you do that, and you're going to get a calf. And we don't really wean our. A lot of people are like at 3 months, I'm weaning my calves, and I got another pasture I'm going to put my calves in, or I'm going to sell them at 3 months or whatever. We don't really have like all these pastures and stuff. So what we do is we just let them stay on the mama, and we'll throw out a protein tub. That's the most supplementing we typically do. We did put some cubes out this year because we got a Black Friday deal on them, like $7 a sack, $6 a sack. So we did do some cubes, but without constantly caking them 3 pounds a head a day, or 10 pounds of feed a day per head. Our breed back times typically are a little longer than other people's, but and that would also depend on, like I said, if you had more pasture. If we had more paddocks and we were putting in cover crops and we had more pasture, we could get more nutrition on them that way. If we had enough land to stockpile, better forage, et cetera, et cetera. Which I am thinking. Angelica, you can get Dexters, which is a lot of what we have in our herd, relatively cheap if you're patient, especially over in your area. It seems like I actually went into y'all's area to get this one that's down on me.
How far were we from them?
I can't remember exactly. Where are you guys out of again?
We should have stopped up there.
We went like dead central Arkansas,
It was
basically.
so stinking cold when we went up there.
But you can get these Dexters pretty affordable, and they're much more they're much more manageable size wise.
Just don't get a Jersey cross.
But yeah, every time, and that's the other thing. She's a Jersey cross, and she's only a third Jersey, but I sure thought that wouldn't be a problem. But we've had nothing but problems with Jersey crosses.
We've had, out of all the Jerseys we've had, I don't even know how many, maybe 5. We've had one make it. And I don't know if he was cross or not, but
we are on 40 acres right now. About 33, 34 of it is pasture. Well, if you include the ponds, probably less than that. Probably 30, 31 of it's pasture. And right now I'm working on a small trade out for 3 acres just to get some heifers to where I can put some nutrition on them and like get them preconditioned for breeding. So I'm working on building a small section of fence on a guy's place so that I can use it for a few months. Also, we're in the hunt for a lease. We'd really like to get a sizable lease that will allow us to grow. Like we want, if somebody had 20 or 40 acres that was real close to me, I'd love to, try to work out a deal with them. But really, I'd like something that's got at least 60 to 80 acres pasture on it so that I can properly rotate. I want to do basically amp grazing or total grazing or a combination of the two depending on the conditions I'm given. And I want to have plenty of land to be adaptable. I'm really thinking about getting the virtual fence collars for the cows because we have so many irons in the fire. We build fence. Shayla gopher traps. I might be gopher trapping. I've got a full-time job here. I've got a full-time job at work. I'm building my own gooseneck trailer because I can't afford to go buy a gooseneck trailer, etc. Remodeling the house, etc., etc. So if I had to spend a few $1,000s on collars for my animals, and also if I get a lease, I want to be able to manage that land really well. And if it's 15 minutes from the house, I want to be able to put my animals where I want them from my cell phone and not have to go over there and spend 30 minutes pulling up a fence and moving it. Which is, we always just run out of time for everything. We always think we're going to get 5 things done in a day and we get 1.5. How many head do we have right now? 22. Not including the calves. Like if you don't include the calves. 19.
Unless you're...
And then the 3 of them are steers, and one's the bull that's fixing to leave. But we retain our heifers so far because we can't afford to go buy heifers hardly. So
paid less for our entire herd than a lot of people pay for one cow. So
did you see if she drank out of that water?
I don't know where you filled it up at.
When she went over there, did she drink?
No, I don't think so.
So she looks pretty bad. Like, I'm actually glad she's laying down because she's very restless and she's having a hard time laying down. But she laid down yesterday evening and was looking like this. And then when I came out at midnight after she rested a while, she was eating hay and looking so much better. So I'm just hoping she's drinking water. Did you ask them about getting IVs?
No, I didn't see your text. I have stuff for that.
So you have IV bags? So we may, oh, there she goes. She's going to drink water. I seen her looking at her water like she was, that's good. That's the most important thing right now is that she does that. Yeah. And she does have the runs because she's drinking water but not eating enough. She's not eating enough fiber.
Should we give her some kaolin?
Do we have any fresh stuff, or is it the rotten stuff that's been in there for 6 years?
I don't know. I don't think I got a new bottle, I guess.
But the fecal did not show any coccidia, so I'm not concerned about the runs being coccidia. It's just don't think she's eating enough fiber because of her lung inflammation.
Well, tomorrow he'll be there for a little bit, but they said if she's not doing better, bring her in about 9:30 something.
I'm really worried. So the problem is if I get her stressed out and get her in a trailer and drive her down the road and she panics, I might go get some therapies and give her some therapies. Maybe that'll help her stay calm. But if she panics and starts,
she's too down to be panicking.
if she freaks out
She didn't freak
and
out
goes
because of the
down, she can, that could be it. Trying to get her back up may be impossible if she physically goes down from stress and exhaustion and can't get up.
She walked right in that chute fine. She'll be fine.
I ought to get some. She's got some hay in here, but I ought to throw some fresh hay. Maybe when she sees it coming, she'll get more excited to eat it.
Those are hay bags.
But she doesn't have much of an appetite. I've watched her eat a few cubes, but she hasn't really been after them. That's the other thing. She did eat cubes, but not enough hay. That can cause the runs too. Hopefully that Banamine, I don't know how long it's supposed to take for the pour-on to work.
I don't know. It said don't let it, if it's going to rain within 6 hours of administering it, don't do it because they don't know the effect of it if it rains on it. So I guess within 6 hours.
Man, she really needs to be up by Saturday. It's supposed to rain 2 inches.
Well, just
I
the
guess
first 6 hours because that's when it soaks in.
Well, no, I'm saying she needs to be up though. I don't want her sitting out here like this in the rain. We may have to put her in the trailer for Saturday.
We could just back the trailer up here and pin it, tie it to there so she can't. Then she can go in and out freely.
If she's strong enough. That's why I said she needs to be up and strong enough to put herself where she wants herself.
Well, if she's not doing good tomorrow, we'll take her in the morning because then we're gonna hit the weekend and then we're gonna be screwed. This is the first animal, I think. I think this is the first time we've ever had an animal not go down on a freaking weekend or after 6 o'clock. Like every time, it's always a weekend or 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's frustrating. I keep a lot on hand. Like we do need some more antibiotics and pain medications, but I got that shed over there that we used to have as our dog kennel, and I gotta redo it. It's gonna be our vet center, and I'm gonna completely redo that and put all our stuff in there. Because we used to have, if you've been following us, you may have seen. It was our feed shed. It was just this old metal, what are those things called? Little tanker.
Oh, it was a meter station for an oil well.
Yeah, we had that full of all our supplies, but now I'm gonna use the dog shed. It's an 8x10 or 8x12. It's a lot bigger. We have on hand. I keep that because we've had everything go down on the weekends and stuff. We've got IV, we've got syringes out the wazoo, we've got all kinds of vet supplies, and I'm about to get a hold of the vet.
She's restless. She does not like to lay down.
It hurts. I don't like to sit down either. My rib all separated. It hurts. Can't breathe. I feel like there's a ball.
So she sniffs those cubes like, I want them, but I just can't. Can't make myself do it. I don't know. I mean, she doesn't look good. I know that. Yep.
We should probably check her temperature. Should have done that already, but like everything did not go as planned when we moved, and everything is everywhere. It's super chaotic. So.
We'll catch you later, Jerry. I guess it's a possibility if it is a pneumonia, it's resistant to LA 300, but I don't know where she would get a resistant pneumonia, because it's not like we use that antibiotic here. I mean, we haven't used it in years. So I don't know. And I know the people we got her from aren't just giving antibiotics like willy-nilly. So I don't know where she would get one that's resistant. There's no, other than the rescue cows across that one fence, we don't have any cattle that border us. So I don't know why she would, and she's fleshy and healthy. I don't know why she would get anything like that. The lungworm, we have a neighbor that's had it in some goats. It just, to me, it makes the most sense. I guess it will have been quite, enough time that maybe tomorrow morning, if we do get her into the vet, that they can give her a different type of antibiotic, Draxin or something like that.
You're wiping it.
I'm hoping, I think we're going to get out of this pen. Hopefully she'll calm down, get her a little break, and start to get some of the anti-inflammation from that Banamine pour on, and start absorbing into her skin and give her some sort of relief so that maybe she can start to eat, because that's what she really needs. So anyways, if you're still in here, you can double tap that screen to like it, and we're gonna try to get some videos out soon. We've got like at least half a dozen filmed that we just haven't had time to get to. But
everything's on his camera or on his phone. He takes it to work. And when I'm ready to sit down,
we're supposed to be getting some. Supposedly, she's ordered a drone and some cameras coming in.
A GoPro, so
some real stuff, not our phones.
So now he can just film and then leave the camera in the house, and I can work on videos whenever I want.
And
we're gonna schedule out it. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that.
When we've been disciplined enough to put videos out, we've had some decent success on some stuff. So hopefully, if we get consistent, you'll have more content from us, and we'll get better at it, and maybe we'll make enough money that when something like this happens, we can at least have a spending pot and get stuff addressed without it breaking our bank accounts, and we can get those corrals built. That was always kind of the idea, was if we started this farm social media, that maybe it would help us with the expenses of starting a farm as first generation farmer ranchers. We've seen blimps here and there within social media content creating that shows the potential. We don't stay disciplined enough to keep hammering the content out.
I'm good at that part. That one's doing really well. Finally, after 5 years.
But like I said, if you would double tap that screen, give it a like, and if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that's awesome too.
Gotta stay tuned to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
No
Man,
idea.
she goes through like flashes of being perky and alert, and then like 5 minutes later she'll look pathetic, like she's just ready to give up, and then she'll have her ears up and she'll be paying attention to everything. I have some optimism with this, but we've been in this long enough that we know there's also a good chance it's not going to end up very good.
Yep.
So I guess we'll just keep praying about it. And she is drinking a lot more water since the Banamine, I will say that. I've been watching her closely. I didn't fill that all the way to the top because I wanted to be able to judge how much water she's drinking, and I know that she has not been drinking this much until after that Banamine, so I'm starting to wonder if it isn't kicking in a little bit.
I gotta go up to the house.
But anyways, I've got a ton of stuff to do. Got to get my tractor serviced so we can start unloading the materials to build the corral. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you later.